All right, now, standing right here, this is going to be the stage. The stage will be over there. So we'll be preaching from over there, and we'll be speaking, we'll be singing, everything will be over there. So on that back wall, the west wall over there, we want to have enough power to run electric everything for the instruments on that back wall. The band will be back there. So if we have the band back there on that back wall, we're going to need enough power back there to run the microphones, the amplifiers, the guitar and the drum and everything. So we're going to need most of our power back there on that back wall, and we need plenty of receptacles. We need at least one receptacle, 2, 3, probably 3 on the bottom of the wall in that orange paint right there. And we can run the wire up the wall over there in the corner and above the ceiling, and we can run it right back down in that little closet right there, right to the box. And that is about 30 feet, 25, 30 feet from there to there. With your wire and everything, you might have 35 feet in there, okay? Now, I'm going to walk over here toward the band, toward the stage. This is where we're going to have the stage at later. And look at this wall. This is the north wall. Now, we really don't need, well, the sound booth will be over there somewhere. So we will need, I was thinking we need 3 receptacles over there, but we're not going to be running a whole lot of amps. So probably one 12-2 wire running 3 receptacles over there will probably be just fine, because we'll never be running anything that will pull more than 20 amps at one time. So that wall right there just have 3 convenient receptacles right there. And then the wire, we can run it up right there and across the ceiling, or we can run some conduit up the wall right there and across the ceiling and into that closet right there. Okay, now that was the band wall right here. This is the west wall. I'm going to put my back against this west wall. This is where we're going to be preaching from, singing from, and everything. Now you're looking at the east wall. The closet down there, that's where we're going to put the box on the inside of that closet. And on that wall, I need 2 receptacles, because what we'll do is we'll serve food out there when we have lunch and everything. We'll have like a coffee pot. We'll have a water machine, and we might have some warmers and something like that. So if we had 2 plug receptacles on that wall, that should be sufficient for over there. And we don't need anything. They've got some old plug-ins on these columns here, and we don't really need those. What we'll probably do is just put a new switch on those and just go with them like they are. Okay, I got my back against the west wall again, and I'm walking forward to the east wall where the electrical box is going to be in that closet right there. And I'm going to make a left turn right into the kitchen. Now we're going to put a wall right here, and we're going to put a big double door right there for us to go in. But we'll have space up there above the ceiling to be able to run electrical wires. There won't be a hanging ceiling in here, but we'll be able to run the wires conduit. Now, to come into the kitchen, I'm just turning around right here. Now I'm looking back out toward the south wall, toward the glass opening. All right. If you look up here, we'll run conduit, I guess, down here, down this wall, and down here, because we'll need 2 or 3 receptacles. Probably just 2 will be enough, and probably one 20-amp breaker. This is going to just be for little small kitchen appliances. All the gas, the hood, and everything. Well, the hood will be run off electricity, and the hood will be hanging right here, and the hood, and it will run out right there. We got somebody else that's going to do all the hood stuff like that, but we do need a wire right here for the hood. We need 1 receptacle here, and we need 1 receptacle down there. But we're not going to plug in anything big right there. This is just going to be for cooking, washing and cutting and stuff like that. But now, let me turn around and look at the other wall in the kitchen. On this kitchen wall, we need some power right here, because we're going to have a water machine, a refrigerator, a toaster, and a microwave, and the roaster sitting on a counter. Well, the roaster might be sitting over there. But the main thing is we've got the refrigerator and that toaster. Now, we're not going to always be running all that stuff at the same time, But if we happen to turn on the microwave and the toaster at the same time, we don't want to blow no breaker, so we might even need a 10-2 with a 30 amp. I don't know. You can figure that out. But this wall, we need 2 receptacles. We need one right there and one right there. We just want it to be really convenient to have that. And the wire can be ran up the wall on a piece of conduit, and just we can run it over the ceiling, straight into that room, and down into that closet right there. It's not very far. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 feet just running that way. Okay, we're going to leave this wall and go right into this room. And all we need is one 12-2 wire. It's just going to be an office. Might have just a computer in here and that light right there. We can run 2 switches, one on this wall and one on that wall, and this light and the switch for it right there. We can run the wires up above the ceiling, and right on the other side of this wall is the closet where we're going to put the box. So it's very, one 20 amp breaker can feed this whole entire room. When we come out, over there is the west wall, and you'll come back over here to the back of the kitchen. Alright, we want 2 air conditioners. One air conditioner is going to be right up there on the wall, and it's going to be 220, and we'll get somebody else to take care of putting the air conditioner up and running the pipes and everything, but we're going to need a 220 plug-in up here way up high, and the wire can be run down that corner, down there, above this room, and right back in to that closet right there. Okay, and the second air conditioner is going to be right in here in the sanctuary, and we're going to have somebody else put it up too, but right there on the middle of the wall we're going to put the air conditioner, and we just need a receptacle for a 220 wire, and so we can just plug it up, and it can run over that ceiling and just run right down over there into the wall. So I guess that'll be 10-2 wire with a 30 amp or 40 amp breaker. We got to see how many BTUs that we're going to use. Now I'm facing the south wall again, and if you just turn around and look up in the ceiling, you'll see where I've already taken that wall down, and that wall was put up first before that hanging ceiling was. So I had to disconnect some of those tiles and some of that metal framework. And I may or may have that put back by the time you get here. But you can see some of these wires hanging down. These are some wires that are needed, but I need to get in there and cut some of the slack out. Okay, I'm facing that south wall again. And if I turn to my left over there toward the east, we'll go back over there where the fuse box is going to be on the inside of this closet right here. The wire's going to be running up there. Now, we've got a row of lights right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fluorescent, 4-foot fluorescent lights. And then if you go down, you can see there's 1, 2, 3 fluorescent lights in the second row. And then if you go down to the third row, there's 2 fluorescent lights right there. Now we probably want to put 3 fluorescent lights down there at the end, and maybe 4 right here in the middle, and then stick with the 5 right here on the end. So you can calculate total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About 12 4-foot fluorescent lights. I don't know, you probably need to break them up on 2 or 3 12-2 wires, I'm assuming. And we want them all to have different switches right here. We want to have right here by the door, well, not that, Ken, but right here. We probably want to have 3 switches right here, like 1, 2, 3. This one will cut on the lights over there, and the middle switch will cut these on, and then the far left switch will cut those on. So we can just have on 1 row at a time, because sometimes we'll cut off these back 2 rows, and we'll just have the front row on for when we're speaking and preaching from right there.